Hey out there Pokemon fans, Farjaman101 here with our second Pokemon Shenanigans matchup for you. If you're excited, please go and hit that like button down below before we get up into the matchup. Or if you want to wait till you've seen it, so whether you enjoy the match, then wait until the end and then make sure you go and hit that like button. We are desperately trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year for this channel. So every single like, sub, comment, share, anything you guys can do really helps me out and is greatly appreciated. So we're going to jump straight into this matchup for you against the Magna. So we're going to open Smeargle. He's not Dark Void Smeargle, thankfully. In fact, let you know a secret, this thing has got no attacking moves whatsoever. So we're in a bit of a bind with it. We're going to see Mega Bennett come out. So we're just going to set our rocks up. So this thing gets Prankster, but I really wanted to get rocks up on that side. You never know what he's got. He might have a Charizard or a Talonflame or something, but he can really start doing chip damage. He's going to go for a taunt, but we're going to switch out and go out into Sword, because Sword gets knockoff. You're going to see Will-O-Wisp, so really looking there at that missed. And he's going to debond, which kind of predicted. So I really didn't want to get hit by that thing. But we go for a knockoff because I know Mega Bennett is bulky. So I'm going to predict the Destiny Bomb this turn and switch out. Does a decent amount of damage. So we're in this thing. We're going to go into Feraligatr because Feraligatr does get Aqua Jet as priority. But unfortunately we get Will-O-Wisp and burned. So that debond is potentially going to come into play again in a minute. So we're just going to Swords Dance, I believe, here. So yeah, we predict the Destiny Bond, which it does go for again, which makes sense on his side of the field. We're just going to get a nice Dragon Dance up though, in an attempt to be able to outspeed this thing even with the burn. And hopefully get a Destiny Aqua Jet off before this thing goes for a debond. But it does go for a taunt, which isn't great news for us. So that's bad news, Bears. Burn's going to take some damage off on this though, unfortunately. So we're just going to straight to Aqua Jet now. It doesn't do a fat lot of damage, unfortunately, due to that burn. We're going to see Destiny Bomb come through again. Burn's going to kick in, unfortunately. So we've got to be really careful here. So we're going to switch back out. We're going back out into Smeargle because I thought, well, if he's just going to keep debonding, I'm just going to set up as much as I can. He finally goes for an attack and goes for Shadow Claw, which does nothing. So that is a great bit of luck on our part. And he gets a Will-O-Wisp miss as well. So a bit of bad news again for him, unfortunately. Does enable us to get our Sticky Robe up. So we've now got Rocks and Sticky Robe up on his side of the field. He is now going to switch. So I'm guessing Shadow Claw is his only attacking move. We're going to see Excadrill come in, which unfortunately is his Rapid Spinner. So that's not great for us because it means he can clear all these hazards out. But we're just going to Spore and put the thing to sleep. So it's going to be less of a bother for us now. So we can freely switch back out and go back out into Feraligatr. Let's see what he wants to do. He's going to stay asleep. We're just going to go for a... We're going to take some burn damage. And then next turn we're going to go for a... He's going to stay asleep. We're just going to Dragon Dance up just to try and get some speed up and to be able to do some damage to this thing. We probably did the wrong play. We probably should have gone for a straight up Waterfall or Aqua Jet there, to be fair, because he's now just going to switch out. We're going to see this thing come through, which isn't great, but he's going to get caught, take Stealth Rock, and get caught in the Sticky Web. Waterfall's going to actually do a good chunk of damage, because I know we're plus 1.5 attack, but we are burnt, so that does a decent amount. To be fair, we are dead to burn next turn, so we're just going to get as much damage off on this thing as possible in case it's got Milk Drink, which it probably has. We've got Hill Bell, so busy there curing the rest of the team. He's going to get his hit points back, and we're going to go down to burn, unfortunately, that turn. So we're going to bring Swart back out here. No reason to do anything else. We go for a knockoff. I was really predicting the Bennett to come back in there if we were even predicting a close combat. And he does decide to go in Toxicus, which is a problem. Because we're going to start riddling down there. And we really need to protect Sork to do with that Excadrill later on. So again, we're going to go for a knockoff. That is going to take the Miltank out, thankfully for us. And toxic damage is going to start building up. We can see Bennett come out again with its Prankster. We're going to switch, predicting the Destiny Bond potentially there, and go out into Bronzing. Because we are quite bulky. He does actually in fact go for a taunt that turn, so maybe he didn't want me setting up. And we're just going to straight back out and go back out into Sork. We are going to take... He's just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, so we switch predicting that as we were already toxic, so it wouldn't affect us. However, we are going to take some toxic damage. And we're going to see the taunt come through again, which is fine because we're not planning on setting up this turn. We're actually just going to Ice Punch and KO this thing. The reason we went for Ice Punch, wasn't sure what else he got, and it hit everything else on the team. So, at least for neutral damage. So, we were Scarfed, I believe, at the time. We're going to see Probass come through. It's going to flatten the air in its balloon. It's going to take a bit of Stealth Rock. So, these rocks really coming in. So, and we're going to Heart Switch out, back out again, and go out into our own Bronzing. He's going to set up his own rocks, which isn't the worst thing in the world for us at the moment. We are going to force him to switch. And he goes out into his own Rapid Spinner, which is the Excadrill. We're just going to start setting some screens up. So we're going to get our nice Reflect off there. He is going to Rapid Spin though and clear all the hazards from his side of the field. But with Smeargle still around, so we can always try and set up again later on if we need to. That with against something else in his team. We're going to set up another set of screens as he goes for a Swords Dance. And we're going to just go through a Gyro Ball. It's going to pop the balloon. It's not going to do too much. We haven't really got an attacking set on this thing, so there's not really a lot we can do. It goes to +3 attack. We're going to get another. We go for another Reflect, but it's going to file the screens already. We are going to switch out that turn and go back out into Smeargle. Because this thing's becoming a bit of a problem, and if I can put it to sleep, yeah, +4. So we're just going to put this thing to sleep now. But he's going to predict that and switch. So we do manage to force him out, which is great news for us. And we are just going to debond. So we debonded that turn, predicting him to go for an attack, which obviously didn't go to because he switched through. It does enable us now to get our rocks back up though, which is great. And Smeargle is going to get Toxic, unfortunately. So we're just going to switch out at this point. Our rocks are back up, which is what we wanted. We're going to go out into Wish Cache. Don't really have a lot of experience in using these things, but we see Power Gem come through. That's not going to do too much. Mainly because of the light screens. Reflect is going to wear off that turn, unfortunately. We are going to get a D-Dance off, because after seeing the damage that did, I don't think we could do much more. But he's now going to Toxic us, which is unfortunate. And our light screen's gone as well. So we're just going to Swords Dance again, just see how much he does. Power Gem, yeah, Power Gem's not doing too much, so Swords Dance definitely. So we've got +2, +2. We are going to start, poison damage is going to start racking up though. We're just going to go for a Zen Headbutt. I think this is the only thing I've got that I could hit him with particularly well, I believe. Power Gem again is going to come through, do another 12%, and we're going to take some Toxic. So we're in a little bit of trouble right now with our Wish Cache. Unfortunately, he's going to end up going down. He's going to withdraw Probopass this turn though and go out into the Glalie. And we're just going to EQ. So that's good. That is going to be one dead Glalie, unfortunately. That's going to drop that thing for us. So not the best of switches. A bit of bad luck for him there, unfortunately, with that switching. But with Probopass's Air Balloon gone after the Zen Headbutt, it was definitely worth go EQing to try and take out. So Excadrill comes back out again. We're going to go back out into Smeargle. I'm not too worried about him setting up because I'm going to try and scare him out again with a Spore. He goes for another Swords Dance. And that's fine because I'm just going to put you to sleep. Not having any of his Sword Dance shenanigans going on. It does now mean that we can potentially switch out into Swart pretty safely if he decides to stay in. Or we can get some Sticky Web set back up again, which is what we decided to do. So Smeargle's getting pretty low with Toxic, to be fair, which isn't a major problem. We are going to switch out and we're going to go straight back out into our Swart, because this thing literally scares this thing out every time. So we know we need to keep Swart safe to be able to deal with this Excadrill. He's going to Rapid Spin to clear the bits off. However, that does mean we are going to be able to... He's going to be able to switch out, unfortunately. And goes back out into the Probopass, protecting the close combat, which is going to come through and take out Probopass anyway, super effective and gone. So Swart's getting pretty low right now. We might be in potentially a fair bit of trouble. We really need to keep it around for the Excadrill. And we see Excadrill come out again. But he's actually going to double out this turn. Which was a pretty good plan on his part, because it means I stay in for another turn of Toxic damage. We do get a close combat off on this Seismitoad, which drops it really low, nearly picks up the KO on it for us. But we can't afford to stay in there. We really need Swart for that Excadrill. It's my only answer to it. So we're going to switch out and go out into Pelipper, who is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. He does look like a flying toilet. That Scald's going to come through. It's not going to do too much to us because we're water flying. So he does look out and get the burn though, which is, you know, it is what it is. And Sludge Wave is nearly going to KO us as well, but he's losing some energy through Life Orb himself. Hurricane's going to come through. That is going to bot the Seismitoad for us, and Pelipper's going to go down to burn. So all he's got left that he can go out into, you know, is the Escadrille. Which really we only have one option now, is to go straight back out into Swark and hope we can kill this thing before the toxic damage racks up and KOs us. Stealth Rock's going to come in. We're going to have 4% health left, which means we really need to bot this thing. So we're going straight up close combat, and that is going to body rock the Excadrill for us. And that is going to be game. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you're excited for more matches in this series, please go and leave a like, rating or comment down below. And if I don't see you around, guys, I will see you on Battlespot. Take care for now. Bye.